amazing day. I am having an amazing day, so you should too. I am the host, I am the author, I am the creator of the TMG book series, How to Get Great Dating Outcomes in a Modern World, parts 1 and 2, both available on Amazon, on Kindle, on Audible, on Google Play, and on Apple Books. It's also in a bunch of bookstores, I found out. So, something's working. So I appreciate the support everyone has had with that book. I wanted to talk a little bit and give you guys a quick reaction today on what do we talk about here with TMG. That's not the desktop. That's not what I'm trying to show. That's not what I'm trying to show. It straight up disappeared. I don't even know what that was. So sometimes the interwebs just do too much. When you try to find a video, you guys already know what I'm talking about, and you want to get that. Okay, fair use. There is an article that I was provided that comes directly from CNN Business. Now, fair use, 1, 2, for the book series, the theories that we have over here at TMG Book Series are the aim of you getting a great dating or relationship outcome, because we know the majority of the people are not. The majority of the people are also listening to other people who are not getting great outcomes and people who do not have good relationships. Over on this side, we work with content creators, authors, counselors, whomever, and is willing to have a conversation as we move forward the idea of one man, one woman, one relationship, marriage, children, legacy as the result. Don't click the notification bell if you don't like that. But if you like that, click the notification bell, because that's what we do here. Both of the books talk about how we got here from a dating standpoint, and then we outline the different versions of men and women. And then in part 2, we go into doing the hard work. This just shows that there's more work for me to do in this space. Before the bell, CNN Business would have never, when The Rock does mean ever, never, ever, ever done a story like this 20 years ago. Unless it was a part of a discussion around the rise of social and how this is impacting 150 different industries, which it is. But this is a blind reaction. TMG Reacts, welcome to the show. Let's react. It's like a game. Gen Z says they're ditching dating apps. There's just one problem. Now, we don't tell you to do dating apps. And why don't we tell you to do dating apps? Because we think that the best outcome opportunity for you is not through swiping left or swiping right. We believe it's through an old school hookup introduction from one friend who knows you and another friend who knows you on both sides of it. And they say, we think you guys need to meet. The problem with that for most people in this generation, and I'm not talking about age, guys. I'm not talking about Gen Z. I'm not talking about Gen X. I'm not talking about millennials. I'm not even talking about boomers. The culture of the day is that you're not in control of that. And it's too random. And it has to be on my term. Dating apps like Tinder and Bumble are facing a younger generation of users who say they're going back to the basics, asking someone out in person. Headshot. CNN's Vanessa Yurkevich spoke to Gen Zers to hear if this is the end for dating apps. Now, dating apps, guys, why stuff like this is important when it comes out. Let's go to it. Yeah, Match Group. I was going to make sure I didn't want to say the wrong thing. So Match Group has a portfolio of companies. So it used to be, I guess, in the early 2000s, in the really early 2010s, I think, they were all their own companies. So it was Tinder, Hinge, Match, OkCupid, Pairs, Plenty of Fish, whatever all these other ones. I don't even want to say them out loud. I might get demonetized. I don't even know what some of this is. But Match Group owns it all. And Match.com was kind of the originator of taking what matchmakers did in most major metros. They put it online. So they just began creating all these online experiences, the gamification that you all have experienced that has made you miserable. The end is near for dating apps, or post-pandemic love is simply bursting out of lockdown. That is let's go ahead and watch the video.
Everybody on the apps is faking it. Yeah. Listen closely. No one on there is real.
I think it's like a game. And you like talk to people, but like you're not actually ever gonna see them. It's just like for funsies.
I do feel like we are shifting more towards meeting people organically, and like it's more fun that way.
I think there truly is a push away from dating apps. We can think of technology as this tool for access, or we can think of it as a crutch. And I think a lot of people are sick of walking with the crutch because all of a sudden they notice that they no longer know how to strike up a conversation with someone that isn't in a DM or online. So there is this shift to try and meet in person.
If y'all meet in person, y'all restart the economy. It's part of the problem. Y'all don't go to bars or restaurants anymore. Y'all go to brunch and spend $50 on pancakes and $40 on bottomless mimosas, but y'all don't go on dates. Dude, back in the day, we used to have to go to the bar, sit there, and get rejected. Build game. Meeting people organically was quick. There are some parts of it, and some scientists will have to tell me this. There are just some parts of the meaning and the introduction that comes from just the physical aspect, the look, the smell, the pheromones, the release, what do I call? I call the 3 C's. We have conversation, chemistry, charisma. That is where, ladies, you get the majority of your feels when you first meet a guy in that space. But if you only meet a guy on a DM, no wonder you're having 15 different conversations at one time. You can't meet nobody that way. You can't get a sense of a person and how you'll meld with that person.
Dating apps are in trouble lately. Millennials, many of whom first adopted apps like Tinder, Bumble, and Hinge, are getting older. To keep their businesses afloat, matchmaking
not the folder that says dating.
Companies need to attract the next generation of users looking for love, Gen Z. The problem? They might not be so enthused about using dating apps.
They're not ideal to meet people.
They're gonna die soon. That's my psychic prediction.
I think people just don't take it seriously. That's probably
it's kind of just like casual.
Yeah.
This is the best.
I'm telling you, that's because it's a game. It's called gamification for a reason.
Opener I have ever seen when we tested.
So here's the issue. For Gen Z, we're seeing that they do want to meet in person, but what's happening is that they're too shy to talk to anyone.
Here's the correct way to approach a girl in a bar or club.
Yeah, you know how we used to learn that? By approaching a girl at the club wrong, or a bar. I don't know what happened. I don't know what happened in this society.
There's a whole trend in TikToks about what to say when you go to the bar, like different advice on how to introduce yourself to someone.
I can just tell you the first thing is to put your damn phone down when you're at the bar. We didn't have, and if I recall, text messaging was starting to get big during peak for most of my generation. So you really look to see where someone was at because we weren't having full-fledged conversations outside of people that had sidekicks. And you couldn't talk on the phone because the cell coverage was horrible. And there was no Wi-Fi. And there was maybe a web browser that you got through T-Mobile or Sprint. I'm starting to tell on myself. Yeah, get off your damn phone.
Really good line to use if a cute girl, or for my ladies, a cute guy, accidentally bumps into you at a crowded bar, nightclub, or wherever.
Gen Z can figure out almost anything from the palm of their hand, their phone, but they can't figure out dating. What do you make of that?
They can't figure out dating because they've been bad at it for the last 15 years. Listen, there's something to be said for failure. Failure helps coalesce. It helps develop. It builds your character. I don't know.
It's that difference between hard skills and soft skills. So they are so adept at reading the digital landscape, but the social landscape, I mean, for many of them, it is new.
A lot of people like my age basically lost our entire high school life to COVID. So we've been isolated forever. Like, we want to be having as much human interaction as possible.
Is there anything that
actually like that? So COVID was 4 years ago as of this recording. Well, the start of the pandemic. COVID is still a thing, probably, as you're watching this. If you lose your high school years, let's say you lose your senior year your junior year, senior year to COVID. No prom. If you had a prom, you guys are doing the dumb weird thing where you don't go with a date, but you go in a group. So there's really no asking anybody out or being asked to prom, whatever. Okay. I'm too old. But if you've had to be isolated, then it's really difficult to build skills around something where you're not isolated. So I guess that's why, and you guys are on TikTok more than you guys are watching any movies, any other streaming services outside of Netflix. So that makes sense to me.
Social media dating apps can do right now to capture the experience that Gen Z truly wants to have.
So we've seen dating apps experiment with IRL events and seen a lot of success there. So that could mean an app like Bumble hosting speed dating or speed friending, and they have, and that has been a success for them.
Whether it's in real life or online though, getting Gen Z to shell out money to find love, these brands' ultimate goal, may be a hard sell in this economy.
Do you know anyone in your generation that pay for dating?
Pay? I don't, because I feel like if they do, they should keep that to themselves, but good luck to them, I guess.
I feel like the second I pay money
Hold on. This generation keeps nothing to themselves.
on it, I'm just gonna be like, was this worth whatever, however much money one rose is? Like,
The economics of dating is a huge tension point for Gen.
Hold on. There are microtransactions in these things? Did I see that right? 3 roses, $3.33 each. Get 3 for $9.99. That's not a deal. That's just the regular cost. There is literally microtransactions for fake things that you spend on these apps. Y'all need to grow up. Get off of these apps. For real. Match your group. Let me check and make sure they're not in the IRA. Make sure they're not in the brokerage account before I keep spilling like this.
Economics of dating is a huge tension point for Gen Z. Some of our research points to the fact that the average date is
$300 for a lifetime use?
$100 or more.
I'm literally like, how much money can I possibly pay? I need to pay for the date.
This is just kind of like the loneliest generation that we've had in a while, and especially with social media and everything, I think a lot of people from my generation become, or like feeling a lot more lonely than ever and don't really know how to reach out and break out of their shells.
Bye, dog. Bye, dog. I don't know what the hell I just watched, but I just got awoken for some things. I had no idea that there were microtransactions on these apps. No wonder y'all so miserable. I feel bad for y'all. Y'all buy the book. If you don't do a microtransact on the books and on the content. Go buy a course. There are plenty of people out there that have how to date better courses. We don't, because we ain't got time for that. We just tell y'all what to do here. But that's a little ridiculous, don't you guys think? But, I want to know what you guys think. It is like a game. It's called gamification for a reason on all of these apps. They have an addictive property and they have a gaming quality and property that makes it something that is addictive. That's why you spend so many hours on it, even though you're not getting the outcome. Again, TMG book series, How to Get Great Dating Outcomes in a Modern World, parts 1 and 2, available today on Amazon, on Audible, on Kindle. Make sure you go to our website, tmgbookseries.com. Connect with us on the Core 4 socials right there. Facebook, Insta, TikTok, YouTube, and however you got here, thank you for joining us. We really appreciate it. Make sure if you have not, click the notification bell. That way you can get future videos just like this. Thank you.